Hello friends and enemies, welcome to or back to Happy For Now. It's me Isabel here with my 2025 plans, slightly goalish but not completely, what's going to be happening here on the channel, things I'm setting forth, and then also my planner stack for 2025, which I'm excited about. I will do a flip through maybe mid-year. I don't know, we'll discuss it when we get there. But I'm excited. I am so ready for a fresh year. I'm ready for just some new goals, some fresh ideas and things like that. I personally will often feel very in a rut, like November to December and then in the summer. So I'm kind of trying to prevent that this year. But yeah, let's talk about the goals/plans for 2025 and my channel and stuff. I'm not going anywhere, obviously. Like, I have a whole entire challenge called 25 in 2025 that y'all are doing with me via my Patreon and memberships or Ko-fi, like however you decide to participate. If you do join me, it's all there. But here on this channel, things are continuing forward, and we'll talk about it. First up, some loose reading goals. Let's start there. I will be going with my default of 300 books a year. The goal is 150-ish, it'll be more, books and manga. Usually manga ends up a little higher and I'm ending in the 400s these days, but our goal will be 300. That feels manageable to me. That feels doable. That feels comfortable. So that is what my baseline goal will be. So each thing I use will be 150. In each, like, 'cause I have a manga spreadsheet and a bookish spreadsheet. Then data wise, I'm wanting to expand the data I track. I don't share all of the data I track because some of it's just for me to reflect on, and I don't want to share a wrong assumption or a wrong thing I found about an author always, right? So when I know, I mark it for y'all down below, usually like with a little star next to their name if they're underrepresented in some way. But I would like to make sure I start tracking disability better next year, whether that is a character with disability on page or the author has a disability, because I've noticed I struggled with that this year, as well as religion that isn't Christianity. I don't know if I want to do like a note into my spreadsheet where I document this or what, but I want to document that as well because I think it's a very important thing. I have been trying to read more Jewish authors lately, and I just want to continue that forward and also expand out into other religions. I also want to make sure I'm tracking debuts. I'll probably do a spread in my reading journal for 2025 debuts so I can track that, because I would like to come back to you at the end of the year maybe, or halfway through the year even, like do 2 videos. I don't know yet. It depends on how many I find, but where I talk about authors that are brand new to the romance scene, because I think it's really important as readers that we not only read our tried and trues and our favorites, but continue to discover and uplift those just coming onto the scene, because I want more books from them. And you should too, because we don't want the well to dry up, right? Next is that I will be reading a minimum of 15 manga every single month. The reason I set it at 15 is because we know we'll have 2 30 and 30 months. And that means, obviously, those months I will have read at least 30 volumes, more than likely 60, anywhere from 45 to 60 minimum, right? So because of that, I would like to, on non-30 and 30 months, read 15 volumes. My unread shelves, which you can't even see, sit currently at 211 unread volumes. We're halfway through December as I'm filming this. I may or may not read more before the end of the year. I do not know for sure. And yes, that would mean I would need to read like 17 point something books, so 17 or 18 a month. I feel comfortable setting it at 15 and ending the year with some books left. I also did count my Sailor Moon series, which I have 2 sets of and have not read, and I counted the minis that are like 10 volumes. Which may or may not be accurate. I can't remember if that's complete or not. But either way, I do have I have 3 sets of Sailor Moon that sit unread. Yeah. So like, I even counted those, which I don't always count in my unreads, because I've just been nervous to pick up like a childhood favorite. So yeah, I am hoping to end the year with one shelf of unread manga and really like focus in on my collection a little bit more, like kind of narrow it in, pick some of the series that I've been reading and want more of, and pick those up actually, because I know I have things I've read that I haven't continued and that I need to continue, and also like that I need to buy more volumes of, but my unread shelf is out of control. So we've got to tame that before we can add to the collection again. I do think that's doable for me. I think I'm gonna have to be focused about it, right? Like, I am gonna have to pick up a volume every other day or 2 volumes here and there throughout the month to add up to that 15 minimum. That also should mean that you're getting manga logs from me every single month. And I like that idea a lot too for next year, because I hate that I'll have months where I read 2. So I'm trying to like ease out the burnout that I'll get from 30 and 30 by continuing to read more each month. Yeah, and just tackling this massive pile of unread that I have, and it keeps growing. And yeah, that's not okay. Like, I need to read what I own. So on that note, surprise, surprise, Shay and I are bringing back Read What You Own. This will be our 3rd year doing it, and we have kind of, I feel like, worked out the kinks the last 2 years. We both start really strong. and fizzle off. This is a public challenge. If you would like to join us, I will link to the Discord down below. That is where your graphics will be. Bingo boards, the spreadsheet if you need it, all of that will live there. So this challenge basically focuses on reading down what you own. So these flipped books behind me, any of these unread manga I have, all count towards the challenge. And one of the things we're going to implement this year is we're going to do quarterly lives where we check in with y'all. We also have monthly themed vlogs we're doing for y'all that are related to Read What You Own. So we've picked different themes for each month to focus on. And then we also want to do just some random reading sprints throughout the year. We don't have a strict schedule for reading sprints yet, but we are going to be more active in sharing and progressing our Read What You Own numbers. So that hopefully if you are joining us or you want to join us, you have a little extra motivation. You have a little push as you watch us successfully do this, because we're going to do it, y'all. It's happening. So yeah, I'll link all that below. I'm really, really excited for it. One other goal I have is I want to finish series in 2025. I am tired of sitting on so many unfinished series. I need to do an audit of all the series I'm actively reading. Usually in February, I do a big series rundown. So I will be doing that again, and we will discuss where we're at, what's going on, and any series I'm DNFing and all that fun stuff. So that is going to happen in 2025. Okay, otherwise, I also want to keep better track of my money spent and saved. So I want to start tracking ARC savings. I'm pretty diligent about tracking my spending on my manga spreadsheet. Less diligent on my books, and I need to be better about it. So I want to just have a better picture of like, am I saving money from KU? Am I saving money if I try Kobo Plus? Am I saving money with my libraries? Like, is all of this adding up to more than I'm spending on these services and things? Because it needs to. And if it doesn't, I'm going to audit if I use that service or not. And then a couple of just like channel plans. I'm going to start vlogging more outside of the romance genre. I want to lean into doing some themed vlogs where I read popular titles in different genres. I would like to try some popular titles in other genres. I just would like to do occasional themed, not romance vlogs. My themed romance vlogs are going nowhere, obviously. I just want to add this into the mix where like perhaps once a month or so, I am doing a themed vlog, whether it's Read What You Own or something else. I've got a handful of things picked out and I want to do some vlogs for them. I'm releasing, as far as plans for the channel, is the I must post a video because I always post on this day feelings. If I don't post a random day this year, a couple times, don't panic. All is good. I will tell you if all is not good in my community tab. Generally speaking, all is good. And I'm just going to miss a video. And that's okay, because I talked about this in things I'm leaving behind, but I want to scrap things when they're not working instead of salvaging them to work. Okay. Like I want to give myself a little wiggle room here. I have been very, very diligent in my like 5+ years of booktubing of like always posting. And this year I'm going to say you got some grace. You can miss a couple days. That's the goal. I think I'm at like 170 videos or something this year. I've done a lot. And I think I need to give myself permission to just, if I need to, not post. So there's that. I've been better about it later half of this year, but I really just need to embrace that a little bit more sometimes. But yeah, that's what we're doing. Okay, let's talk about my planner stack now for the year, because that's what you're here for probably, I imagine. Okay, we'll start with my physical planners. Okay, first up, I do have a Paddington Hobonichi Weeks. This is going to be my in my purse planner. This is where I'm going to scribble notes on the go. Anything I'm looking to keep track of, appointments, just life stuff, personal things. That's what this will be. You'll probably see this in vlogs more often than not. I like a paper planner, and we'll talk about some other stuff in a minute, why I'm also doing some other options, but this is an on the go in my purse. Then we have the one that I've not picked out a cover for yet. I have so many covers for a Hobonichi A6. This is the classic Techo Hobonichi. This is the original. This is the English version. I was like, did I get English or Japanese? I rotate. This will end up covered in stickers and stuff at some point. But this is my diary of sorts. I will use this sometimes for to-do lists. I will use this to scrapbook / memory keep. This is going to be my like catch-all planner of sorts. I really just love how these look when you just fill them. So the goal is to just fill it. Whether that is with like things that happened or intentions, you know, something as simple as like, I did this today and blah, 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 I'm feeling this way. That's what this will be. I'm very excited for it. I've missed this year. I didn't do a great job with mine. So yeah, I also might scribble video notes in here and things like that. Who knows? It's a very loosey-goosey planner situation, but focus will be like on a trip, we memory keep. So if I have some blank pages, I can backfill for the memory keeping on that. Next, we have my lime green. Is this a Moleskine or which notebook is this? This is a Paperage from Amazon notebook. So this is a cheap notebook I bought because there's somebody I follow on TikTok that does a lot of journaling, and I really liked it. I liked their format. They always write like the day and the time, and then they write whatever they want to do, books, notes, anything. I did that for a minute. I'm only a handful of pages in, right? So my goal in 2025 is to fill this notebook. If I don't fill this notebook in 2025, I'm going to be really upset. If I don't run out of this notebook in 2025. So I'm hoping to use this in particular for random lists, notes when I'm reading, things I just want to scribble down and don't care about keeping. I've been playing with a commonplace book. I've tried it before. I'm not the best at keeping one. So I'm kind of thinking of this as almost a commonplace situation where I can keep like notes in here or other random musings or thoughts or ideas, but I can just like dog ear the page to find it again. You know, like this is not to be tidy. This can be my like ADHD scribblies because I don't always have the best handwriting either. So yeah, I just want something to jot down ideas, jot down notes. Like I'm going to be plotting my book journal in this at some point with like page ideas. So that's what I want it for. This is an at-home one. These would be on the go. And the last on the go and at home one is my brand new iPad mini. This is the newest iPad mini, 7th generation. You could probably, I don't know if you can journal in the old one or not, but this is becoming my other e-reader, basically, my digital journal. This is the place where I also have my video notes on here, so I can read the app I use for notes. I can follow them in here. I can digitally journal about my books. I can have just like that flexibility of when I need something like this on the go with me. I have it, but I also can read on it. Literally, I'm not joking when I tell you there are, what are the apps I have on here? I have planning apps, reading apps, and 2 games that I like, which is like a Picross. They're like Picross games. That's it. This is the homepage. I'm going to make a pretty background and stuff at some point, but that's all I keep on here. Like books, journals, and then 2 games. That's it. So I want this because I want something that when I want to use tech, but I don't want to be distracted by messages, emails, anything else, I can pick it up. I also wanted something portable because we travel so much, and also I have small hands. So my iPad Air was great. It was an older one. It was over 5 years old. So I feel like upgrading to something like this for me is going to be really, really beneficial. But yeah, my digital book journal will live in here, things like that. Now, my question to y'all is, do you want a video in January where I go through my digital book journal once I have it set up and like my other journals some as I'm using them, or do you want like a mid-year planner stack roundup? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. I would also love to know like what y'all's like loose goals are for 2025 / plans. Are you a book journaler? Are you digital book journaler? Like what are things you are doing in 2025 on that front as well? Because I'm a nosy girl. I love seeing like people's planner systems and what they're using and how they're using it. So yeah, that is my stack. It feels like a lot. I'm not going to tell you this doesn't feel excessive, but I really like physically journaling. So like I said, having something like this where I'm doing my like, this is what happened, this trip, that trip, feels great. And then having this on with me on the trip to scribble notes in feels also equally as fantastic, and have life plans in. So yeah. All right, y'all. Yeah, let me know all of that in the comments. You can leave me a planner or a pin related emoji of your choice down below. I will have links to anything I can link to and links to my friend anywhere on the internet. And I will talk to y'all in just a few days. Bye.
Already packing, come with me. I'm not really asking. We'll get away to a place where we don't know. About to see the world in action, what we can be, life with no distractions. We'll get away, this is what we wait.